Hi, this is Dark Shades and I'm doing a series of videos called Life Skills, and they're for those people who have grown up, stumbled through life, making their own mistakes and feeling as though I wish I had a manual to life, or I wish I'd known this earlier, those kind of people. So today's video is about relationships that sneak up on you. That might seem a strange title, but I don't know how many of you have found yourself in a relationship you never meant to be in. It's just snuck up on you. And you can be dating someone, going out, having fun, eating out, you see each other weekends, and then over the months, you might spend weekends at his place, he'll be spending weekends at your place, and then you'll find that he's spending more weekends at your place, and because he's spending more weekends at your place, he's bringing stuff over. And you might say to him, look, I don't really want you to leave clothes over and documents and bits and pieces. And he laughs it off and makes you feel as though you're being unreasonable. And he might say, oh, look, I need clothes to stay out to change in. I like to change my clothes often. And so you kind of let it slide, and then you find over a period of time, you don't know how it happens, but there's more and more bits and pieces coming into your home, and you're left thinking, how did it happen? And it's so awkward. It's such an awkward subject once somebody's things are in your house. How do you get them out without coming over as though the relationship is not stable, the relationship is not going anywhere, as though, you're not committed? How do you make that transition? I think it's quite calculating on the part of the male. It's almost like entrapment. That might seem like a strong word, but that's happened to me and I feel trapped. I kind of go into a friendship, I'll call it, quite unsuspectingly, and meanwhile there is somebody who's trying to use tactical skills to move in. And it's only because I'm kind of a firm person I am now, and I make a stand. So when an individual is saying, look, we've been going out for a few months, should we take it to the next level? I'd like to live with you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pay that, and all that kind of rubbish. And I'm about to say, hey, back off. No, I'm not living with you. And at that point, I should also have said, and do you mind getting your shit out? You know what I mean? But it doesn't work like that. If you're in an allegedly loving relationship, where and how do you draw that line without coming over as being insincere and myopic? How do you bring that into the equation? The only way you can bring it into the equation is by not letting it happen in the first place. He doesn't need to have stuff to stay over. He's staying over for one night. He doesn't need a change of clothes. He can just get up, put on the same whatever he had on before, and he's going home. So don't fall for that one, ladies. Don't fall for the one where they need an excuse to leave stuff at your house. Because that's how they sneak in through the back door. Not through the front door, through the back door. And what comes in with that when they're coming in through the back door is that there's no rules, no understanding, no regulations, no boundaries, no agreements. And I know a lot of women who've ended up with men in their homes who They don't know how they got there. They've had no agreement about bills, about food, about electricity, about anything, in fact. And, you know, sometimes it amazes me because it kind of makes you question yourself. And you kind of think, have I been stupid? Am I being unreasonable? What is that about? So, I think it's about, some people are very calculating, I hate to say that, and they charm their way into your life and into your home if you're not careful. And you really have to be on the ball. I think as soon as you start a relationship that you think you're going to be getting intimate with and taking it to the next level, you have to put those boundaries in place. Look, you know, I know we're sleeping together. I know that we're seeing each other quite often, and we both need to discuss when it gets to the next level. Until it reaches that next level, it's not a question, I'm not leaving stuff at your house, you don't leave stuff at mine. And you have to be clear up front. Otherwise, these relationships sneak in on you and you don't even know you're in them. Sometimes it's a question of, some men will come into your lives under the guise of sickness. They might not be sick at the beginning. Oh, that sounds so cruel. But they might not be sick in the beginning, but then you'll find, you know, a couple of months in, all of a sudden they're sick. They can't go to work. So whose house do they come and lodge at? Your house. What's happened to where they're living? They come and start lodging at your house because you are the girlfriend, you are the woman. And the next thing you know, well, they must be quite calculating because they've got clothes with them. Next thing you know is that they end up staying. You have to be really, really careful. Another way they do it, sneak into your life and sneak up on you. When you meet them, they're smart, they're sharp, they smell nice, they drive a nice car. They, you know, whatever home they've got, I don't know. But you'll find in a couple of months, they'll start saying, oh, this car's giving me trouble, you know. Or, I'm fed up of this car, I'm going to sell it. Now, anybody else, like me, if I'm going to sell my car, I'm going to go for an upgrade. Oh, no, not them. They go for a downgrade, or they go for no car at all. Oh, you know, this and that, have some excuse why they don't want a car. Entrapment. It's another form of entrapment. And they try to make you feel as though you're being materialistic because you're moaning that they don't have a car. But if you met somebody believing that they're going to be independent and you're going to be independent, the next thing you know, you're driving them around because they've got rid of their car, or maybe they were borrowing it, who knows. But I don't understand how you go from a decent car to a crap car or no car at all in the space of a few months. So you have to be very, very careful. That's why I said, you know, my earlier videos, make sure you ask questions. If they've got a car, ask them if it's theirs. Don't take it for granted, I'm telling you. Or if it's on hire purchase, how much they owe. Are they in fact paying for it? Or are they waiting to move in with you so, you know, you accrue the debt? There's lots of people do that, you know. I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who moved into this person's house, and he was driving one of those sportish Audis. Next thing you know, she's getting letters from the bailiffs to say that this guy owes about 10 grand. And meanwhile, he's telling her that he's going to upgrade his car and blah, blah, blah. You've got to be so careful, sisters. You've got to be so careful, because I tell you, there's two extremes. There's the one who don't want a woman at all, and then the other one who wants to entrap you. Two extremes. The ones that want to entrap you, you have to be careful about them, because they're usually the ones that haven't got anything and they're looking for women who have. and who are grateful for a man to come and they sneak up on you. So this video is to protect you, young ladies. Don't let them sneak up on you. Watch the signs. What are they bringing to your house? Bit by bit by bit. What are they contributing? Be careful. How do they look at the beginning? How do they look in a few months' time? Make sure you don't give up the booty. Make sure you don't give them a key. Make sure you don't leave them in your house. And this has got nothing to do with trust. It's got to do with sussing out people. They should have something as well as you, so you don't have to be worrying about what you've got. So just be careful, sisters. I'm telling you this from the heart and from experience.